festival.
Well, it looks like it's time to get the show on the road. It's been 36 years. Now, this is the 36th year. I know it's a lot of you here. Let's see how many here has remembered the first one. Give me your hand. Well, it's a few of us. How did you enjoy the band tonight, Jim? They've already loaded it down. They were wonderful. To get started tonight, we need prayer that the Lord will give us a week of safe and maybe no rain. So I would like to ask Pastor Bowen of First Baptist Church to come forward Then Joe Hammonds is going to sing.
Amen. We are so excited to be a part of this. This is my first, so I'm looking forward to the Teapot Festival. New to the community, but I thank you for letting us be a part of it. If you join me in a word of prayer. Father, we want to pause for a moment and thank you for life.
With it, one that this country is in need of. America the Beautiful. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties, above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, who more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, patriot dreams that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Isn't Joe wonderful? Yes. He can just start singing anywhere. He don't need music, anything. He's wonderful. The Teapot Festival just don't happen. It takes a lot of people to help us along the way. And it's always good to have a mayor that supports you and is there for you to help you and be part of you. And the bleachers got moved across the street, and he's seen that they got moved back over here for your comfort today, and I'm proud of that. And I knew Ricky as a young man. I was proud of him then. I remember him being a great basketball player, and I was proud of him then. And what a great soldier he was. And Grover and I were really proud of him as that. And today I'm proud of him as mayor of Trenton. And Ricky, will you come and light the first candle of the Teapot Festival?
Thank you, Miss Betty. I'll give you money here in a minute. I am Ricky Jackson. I want to welcome you to the 36th Annual Teapot Festival opening ceremony. Before I go any further, Mr. Paul Schultze here is streaming live on the internet. If you know anybody that's not here that wants to watch, go to YouTube, go to Trenton opening ceremony, and they can watch it live right now. So we thank Mr. Paul for what he's doing. Before I go any further, I want to introduce a couple folks. Your city council, if you're here, when I call your name, wave, holler, scream, do something. City Councilman Michael Bubba Abbott, over here to the left. City Councilman Ricky Graves. You heard Councilman Joe Hammond singing. I saw Council Lady Donna Ledbetter. There she is. I have a couple more folks. County Clerk Joyce Brooks Brown is here. State Representative representing us, Curtis Halford, and his wife Charlotte. said, I'm going to get out of the way except for one quick thing. It's going to be a good week because I said extra prayer today at church. So before we go any further, I have one special thing I want to do. Mr. Ozzie will come forward.
Yeah.
This man has been Mr. Teapot. I think he's 36, but he's been here a long time. It simply says, whereas Osborne, Ozzie Ganaway, being a Christian of strong faith and tireless service, and whereas Ozzie, being a man of dependability, integrity, and sincerity, and whereas Ozzie, being a man of thoughtfulness and love for all, and whereas Ozzie, being a person dedicated to the city of Trenton, and whereas Ozzie, being a servant to the community to help Trenton to be the best it can be. Now therefore, the citizens of the city of Trenton do hereby proclaim this day, Sunday, April 24, 2016, the date to show our appreciation to Osborne Ozzie Ganaway for his many years of service to the city of Trenton as Mr. Teapot. This is last year's.
But it's fun to be. So if we have any volunteers, we would appreciate you coming back. Next year, this is his last year, and I just thank you so much for 16 long years. This afternoon, we had a little teapot party this afternoon, and then with these young ladies, if y'all would stroll right in front of us right here, we would see y'all that was in the tea party. Did we have a good time? Yep. Great. Let's give them a good hand. Okay, girls, thank you. Now, inside the last drop this afternoon, there was also a tea party going on, and it was for the young ladies. So if y'all will come forward, let's see who had tea this afternoon.
All right now.
Okay, girls, come on. Let's give them a hand as they come forward. Nothing like Southern women and sweet tea, is that right? You're looking good, girls, looking good. Thank you so much. Now I'd like to introduce Miss Teapot, Sables Estes. She's the daughter of William and Teresa Lowry. If you will come and light the second teapot. And if there's any other royalty, would you please come forward? We have a mic over here, and introduce yourself and your title.
I'm Cassidy Floyd. I'm your first maid.
Morgan Hopkins, second maid.
Madison Walk, third maid.
Brianna Howell, fourth maid.
Hannah Howell. Live level queen.
Maddie Vernon, team Teapot.
Hannah Clark, second maid. Ava Queen.
Sydney Lane, first maid. McKinley Adelot, second maid. Marley Malone, fourth maid. Caitlin Scott, first maid.
Grizzly White.
Carmen Parks.
Queen.
What's your name?
Queen.
Ava Halton, Queen.
Sadie Smith, Little Miss Teapot.
Michaela Denton, first maid, Little Miss Teapot. Madeline Davis, first maid, in the Little Miss Teapot.
That everyone? Let's give them a round. Today we had some visitors at our church at the First Methodist here in town, and one of the ladies said, "Do y'all have a cleaning crew that comes through town and cleans up before the festival?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Well, everything is so clean and so many teapots out, but we thought you maybe had a group that come by." And I said, "No, we have a lot of caring people in this town that care about their homes and their lawns." And I am so proud, and I know that there's been several teapots out, and you're anxious to hear who won. So Donna Ledbetter will come forward, the president of the Trenton Garden Club.
Thank you, Betty. This is my fourth and final time doing this. And every time I go out at the beginning of the week to start looking for teapots, there aren't any. And I panic, thinking, okay, we're getting these judges to come in from out of town to judge. And I'm going, we don't have any teapots. Then the rain. Rain hit Wednesday. Boy, they sprouted up like crazy. So I guess we should never have to worry about that. Our judges had, again, a difficult decision. There are some lovely new teapots out there. I'm going to give a special shout out to someone in a minute. But right off the bat, I'm going to go with the most unique. And that goes to Amy Matthews and Mateo, who live at 1008 South College. And it is at the end of their driveway. That's the big Victorian next to Joe Hammond's and Linda. Are they here? Well, you need to come forward and get your award. Mateo introduced himself to me when I was there, but I cannot pronounce his last name at all without butchering it, so I'm just going to say Mateo. this year was awarded to Myra and Haywood Elam at 1122 Armory. And our Best of Show award goes to Lori and Frank Michaels, 815 South High Street. Now these balloons will be in your yards until probably about 3 weeks, so make sure you go by. And on behalf of the Trenton Garden Club, I would like to thank everybody that participates in this wonderful event. It helps kick off our wonderful Teapot Festival. Thank you all very much.
Every year we have a chairman of our Teapot Festival. So this year we are glad to have a hard-working girl that's been with us for a long time, and you know she does the parade and she does an excellent job. So Karen, will you come forward and tell us what's going to happen this week? Thank y'all all for coming. I want to take a minute real quick. The committee works really hard 12 months out of the year to try to get the best festival that we can for the community. So I want to take a minute and recognize the committee members this year. So call your name, stand up, would you? Co-chair Sarah Wren, Crystal Burns, Bill Joyner, Joe Elliott, Joe Womble, Vicki Sorrells, Lee Reynolds, Bubba Addett, Miss Betty Poteet, Miss Glenda Lane, Miss Donna Ledbetter, and Donna Womble. Thank y'all for all you do. And I'm going to quickly run through the events of the week and make everyone aware of what we're going to have going on. Monday morning at 7 is the Mayor's Prayer Breakfast. Miss Tennessee Hannah Robinson will be speaking. The tickets are $5. If you haven't gotten them yet, they can be purchased at the door. It's at the front, First Presbyterian Church, sponsored by Food Right. We have a parade marshal's reception at 11 in the Teapot Room at City Hall, hosted by Regions Bank on Monday. And every day this week, this is a new event for us. We're having a traditional afternoon tea. It will be at the Tea Time, a British Touch, across the street from the Methodist Church, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. Monday night, we have the Teapot Trot, which is moved from, it's usually on Thursday, it'll be on Monday, starting at City Hall. If you have not registered, you can register at 5 p.m. It's starting time. And the pet parade will be here at the pedestrian park on Monday night as well, starting at 6. We have the walk to school at 7:15 on Tuesday, the flower show at 1 at the Freed House, sponsored by Trenton Garden Club. We have the music feast Tuesday night at the middle school, and there will be food there. You can bring your lawn chairs and enjoy the entertainment from the band at school. A salad luncheon at 11 on Wednesday at the Methodist Church. Community Sing has been moved this year to the First Baptist Church. It'll be at 7. We're expecting a good crowd for that. Thursday, the block party starting at 5:30 on the corner of Arbery and High Street. As usual, the parade marshal luncheon, this is something new also, will be from 11:30 until 1. The Teapot will be feeding all of our officers and firemen lunch that day, and it'd be a great opportunity for those in the community to come and give a special thank to the officers and the firemen for what they do for us. The tickets are $10 and can be purchased at City Hall or that day. Hope that some of y'all can make it and thank them for all that they do for us. The fireworks Friday night at Walter Kilser Stadium, that's free. Saturday, the grand parade starting at 10, and the truck and tractor pull Saturday night starting at 7 at Shady Acres Park. Hope y'all can come to as many events as possible and let the firemen and the police officers know how much we appreciate all that they do for our community daily. Thank you. Harry, will you light the third teapot? Usually when you come, we have a surprise. Everybody's always excited to see who the Teapot Marshal is going to be. We had to tell this year because there were so many of them, and to get them prepared to be here tonight, we just had to let it out. But we're very honored, pleased to pick someone that we probably overlooked several years because they've been there for us during the parade, during the week off, and to our community. We try to find someone that will bring pride and excitement to our community, that we can honor, that love Trenton, and have Trenton in their heart. Every day, the firemen and the police risk their lives for us. They have a very dangerous job. With drugs as bad as it is now, the policeman never knows when he stops a car who's going to be in that car. And it's a very dangerous job. And we can all sleep good at night because we know we have a good police department. And we're so proud of all our policemen, the one that wears the blue and the red, and the firemen in this town. I think everybody, if you had to use them, you know how important they are. And each group has a chief. That's very important. And tonight I'm going to introduce the chief of the police department, Will Sanders, and he's going to introduce his crew.
Before I introduce the men and women of the police department, I would like to thank the Teapot Committee for thinking about the police department. Most importantly, I'd like to thank the community. We have been very fortunate in the fact that we have always had the support of our community. That means a lot to myself, and it means a lot to the men and women of the police department. These men and women have a difficult job that they do every day, and they are very dedicated at what they do, even though a lot of people seem to think like that we're not. But I can truly tell you from my heart that every one of these men and women are very much dedicated to this community. They love this community, and they have the hardest job of any profession that I know. And so I'd like to just thank the community for your support and continue to support. We're very blessed that we have the support of the community. As everyone here knows, that's not always the case in other cities around the country today. A lot of communities, a lot of police departments, a lot of fire departments are hurting in that regard. But I think that Trenton can say that we have the support of our community, and we just thank you so much for that. I'll start off by introducing Assistant Chief Jeff McCoy. Lieutenant James Wilson. Lieutenant Dusty Vickers, Lieutenant Micah Pierce, Lieutenant Steve Gosney, Sergeant Tony Harrison, Sergeant Jimmy Turner, Lieutenant Eric Horn, Sergeant Will Williams, Sergeant Samora Hall, Officer Jim Garfello, Officer John Lancaster, Officer Brent Mullins, these two gentlemen are not here today. They have started their 4th week at the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy, and unfortunately the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy does not recognize the Teapot Festival as an excuse to be absent. John Warmouth and Xavier Keys. Next, I'd like to introduce our communications officers, and when Betty and Carrie called and told me about this, I asked about the dispatchers, and Carrie said, well, we really hadn't thought about them, and Carrie asked me my opinion, and I told her, I said, well, I have always thought that the communications officers were just as important, if not more important, than our officers ourselves. So I'd like to introduce them at this time. Sally Ragsdale, Brooks Edelman, Tracy Faulkner, oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. We didn't close today. I'm sorry. Lisa Webb, Megan Ernest, and I'm not sure if Autumn Wynn is here. Is Autumn here? Okay. Thank you very much.
There's been a little change, but all of them walk right down here. There's going to be a picture made. All the police departments.
We'll do the police department, yes.
Okay. But if they let them come on, and then we'll let the fire department. Okay, Chief, if you're coming.
First of all, I want to say thanks to the Teapot Committee for considering Trenton Fire to be appreciated this week. It means a lot. We were real excited when we found out that we were being honored. I'm honored to work with a group of guys that I trust with my life, and I trust these guys to take care of the citizens of Trenton. Again, I say it's indeed an honor and pleasure to be the fire chief of this city. I've been the fire chief for 2 years, and having a good group of guys to work with you, it makes it easy. I'm going to start by introducing the guys of the Trenton Fire Department. The first one would be Assistant Chief Philip Angler. Captain William Hart. Captain Chris Buffer. Lieutenant Danny Dunnigan. Lieutenant Corey Kesterson. Firefighter Stephen P. Firefighter David Bates. Firefighter Advanced EMT Matt Worrell. Firefighter soon to be Advanced EMT Nathan Haynes. Firefighter Advanced EMT Dwayne Coble. And Firefighter EMT Zachary Marbury. And we have one of our volunteers today, Bobby Stewart. He's been on the department for over probably 15, 20 years. Lieutenant Joe Alexander. That's the one that give me the most trouble, so I think I forgot him. But I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Greens are here. Our former Fire Chief Barry Green. We still miss him today, and I'm sure he would be proud for this moment. Thank you.
Teapot.
While the guys are coming down front to get their picture made, I want to say a special thanks. We had 2 businesses in town step up and wanted to sponsor the t-shirts for the officers and the firemen. It meant a lot to them, and they were happy to do it. It is the Trenton Elks Lodge, 1279. I know we have a couple officers here if y'all want to stand up. And Trenton Health and Rehab Center. Wally, are you here? Katie, y'all stand up. Thank y'all so much.
I guess Joe had to go to church service, so we was going to have a last song and send everybody off in that. Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tony. And we got to thank Tony. He comes down here every year, sets up our sound system, and that's not easy. Thank you so much, Tony.
Thank you. Thank you. Joe always does this to me for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, would you all please stand? Let's sing one chorus of God Bless America, please. Sing with me. I'm just going to get it started. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean, white with foam, America, our home, sweet home. Sing that again. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Y'all sound great.
Don't forget prayer breakfast in the morning at 7 o'clock. Miss Tennessee.
Well, I got you one. That's freestyle. I got you. Grab it, girl. Grab
I'm right here.
Sally. Y'all need to get up front and squat.
Baby.
Hey, what are you doing?
How are you doing,
You gotta smile. All right, here we go. Y'all been okay? All right. Thank you.
I enjoy